Rob Parker, big game Sunday night. Minnesota goes into Dallas. I'm going to give them credit. And beat the Cowboys 28-24. And now, of course, today, everybody's been playing the blame game. Who do you blame? Most people are putting it on Jason Garrett, the head coach. And I agree. I didn't like the play calling. I get that Kellen Moore's the play caller, but you're the head coach. You can say something about that. And late in the game, couple straight plays, they went to Ezekiel Elliott, who had not been running the ball well, 20 carries, 47 yards.
I was curious. Weren't you shocked? That was the first guess about some of the calls.
Yes,
right?
Some of the play calls were. Right. And then the fourth down call that, at the end of the game where they go to Zeke on an out pattern, about a 5-yard, 6-yard out pattern, incomplete pass that ends their hopes. So I thought the play calling was shaky. I thought Dak Prescott, Rob, was great. Great. And his numbers bear that out, but it wasn't just about the numbers. He's 28 for 46.
28 for 46 means that he almost missed 20 passes. How's that great, Chris?
397 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Did you read that again?
The way he marched, 28 for 46.
28 for 46, that's almost, 18 missed throws? How is that great? That's not a great
did you
percentage
watch the
ratio.
game?
Yes, I did. I watched every minute of it.
Was he not great
I'm asking
in marching
you.
that team up and down the field?
But I'm asking you, he missed a lot of
because
throws.
Of Dak Prescott.
I just can't call a great performance when you almost missed 20
What percentage
completions.
is that, Rob G? Check that out.
Check that out. It's a terrible percentage.
No, it's not terrible.
Yes, it is. You almost missed 20 incompletions.
It's 60%, or right around 60%. Rob G will have the math for us quickly. He had an 87.5 QBR. He was, if you watch that game, I
watched it.
They did not lose that game because Dak wasn't accurate. Dak was picking their defense apart.
The reason that they
at 61%.
The reason that they threw the football, went to Ezekiel Elliott is they don't have trust in him at the end. Why are they doing that? It would make no sense. You have a running back. You have a running back who's not performing. And instead of letting Dak do his magic when it matters most, they didn't do that. They don't trust him enough. That's why he doesn't have a deal. That's why the only way that guy wins is everything has to be perfect for him for them to win. You're telling me he had a beautiful day. He was great. They lost. How did they lose, Chris, if he was so great?
I'm not going to be like you. And when Aaron Rodgers lost, but there was a tip pass. He almost did this. He almost, no.
Whose voice was that? Was that me?
That was your voice. Dak Prescott, anybody that watched that game.
I watched it.
Did not, other than you who are biased.
I'm not biased.
You look for reasons to hate. You turned it on, writing notes down about how you could hate on Dak Prescott.
No, I don't.
Dak Prescott was fine yesterday. And I've never said, I've actually said, he's not Pat Mahomes. He's not Aaron Rodgers.
Who is he?
He's not Dan Marino. But he is a guy that's a great leader. He's a winner. He's smart. He's got the locker room in the palm of his hand.
Too bad they don't win for him.
He's a playmaker.
Last night was a game that they should have won.
He's a playmaker.
The Vikings haven't beaten anybody, a good team.
No, they just beat somebody that's good.
Who?
Dallas.
Dallas isn't good.
Well, then what does that make Philadelphia, who they own?
Philadelphia's better.
Dak has won his last 4 games against the Eagles. So for all of you who are jumping off the Cowboys bandwagon, for all of you who are saying they're in trouble of missing the playoffs, no, they're not, because their division. They own their division. And they own Rob Parker's Philadelphia Eagles. He has won his last 4 games against the Eagles.
They're not going to beat him this time.
If I have to bet on Carson, Pennsylvania.
Once in a lifetime.
No, it's not once in a lifetime. It's Pennsylvania. Once in a lifetime. Like once in a lifetime he'll beat Dallas? How about that? If I have to bet on him or Dak, I'm picking Dak every time.
All right, so here it is, Rob G. Can you pull up?
Can I get a little offense? And let me. I've talked about Jason Garrett's shaky play calling, and I love Zeke. I went into the season saying he's the best running back in the league. He has not been the best running back this year.
His numbers are pretty good, aren't they? I thought Rob G, where are they?
47 yards
No,
yesterday.
not in that game. I don't like that. But I'm talking about for the season.
He didn't have the burst.
Where's he for the season?
He didn't
They
have
aren't
the
as bad as it looks.
And when I was watching Dalvin Cook opposite him yesterday, it looked like a guy was playing a different game. Where's the burst?
He has 788 yards and 6 touchdowns. Remember,
he's having a decent year. He's
having
not
a good
having
year.
an Ezekiel Elliott type year.
Well,
he's not in the top 5 in rushing, Rob Parker.
He's going to get 1,400 yards. That's a bad year?
We'll see if he gets 1,400.
Why not? 788 at the halfway point, right?
First of all, we're not at the halfway point.
All right,
we're one
over.
game past.
All right, so here's my point. Rob G, if you look at
numbers, how does 788 yards in 9 games translate to 1,400 yards rushing?
It is.
What kind of math were they teaching you at PS 97?
No, PS 116
Whatever.
in Queens.
Anytime it's got a number, I'm questioning it. Give me a name. Make it Harriet Tubman
Broussard.
Elementary School.
Hang on.
Frederick Douglass Institute of Education or something like that.
Go ahead,
Let me help Rob Parker.
Yes, here we go.
Based on what his yards per game is, you know what? How much he landed at the season? 16 games, Chris. Exactly 1,400 yards.
Exactly. What is your math where they taught you in the cornfields of Ohio? You didn't even know what you were doing.
He's getting 87.5 yards a game.
The only thing Chris knows how to count is bushels of hay.
He's 7th in the league in rushing. Not bad. But did he look the same to you yesterday?
I said he had a bad game last night.
Well, it was a bad time to have a bad game. I needed more. Dak needed more. That's why Skip Bayless threw away his jersey. Did you see that?
I saw that on Instagram. On the gram. He took the jersey and threw it into his garbage can.
Dak got no help from his great running back. And I still am Ezekiel Elliott fan.
All right, this is my point.
But he's not looking like the best running back in the league. That's all the brothers
Rob
saying.
G, one last thing. Please help me out. After their 3-0 start against 3 cupcakes, can you go down the Cowboys teams that they've played and what they've done?
Well, they beat Philadelphia. How about that? We can just end it there. That's
we don't
your
have
team.
to end it. We don't have to end it.
I'm surprised they aren't in your power ranking.
Did they lose to the Jetropolitans? Can we go through it? Go ahead. They were 3-0.
You
blown away.
You think the Jets are good? You're the one person on planet Earth that thinks the Jets are good.
Did you see them beat the Giants this week? Okay.
The Giants. You think you thought they were going to make the playoffs? How in the world did that just overrides your World Series
You said the
victory?
Browns are going to make the playoffs.
Your basketball prediction.
What?
The fact that you said the Jets are going to make the playoffs. The Browns have life.
Are they going to make the playoffs?
They might.
No, I'm asking you, are they yes or no,
Yes.
Chris Broussard?
I'm sticking with my prediction.
Okay,
you going to stick with yours? Are the Jets going to make the playoffs?
They got a chance. They're not out of the mix.
They are out of it, buddy.
Rob G, the AFC is wide open. They're only 2 games out of the playoffs. All they got to do is get a streak going. Can you give me the Cowboys?
They're 2-7, dude.
What? They're not out of it.
They can run the table.
They can run the table and be
playoffs.
9-7. They got a team with 8-8 record in the AFC could make the playoffs. How are you going to tell me the Steelers are what? What are the Steelers? 5-4 or 5-4?
Yeah, there's a big difference.
No, it ain't. It's only 2 games different.
That's 3 games.
All right, whatever. Rob G, can you give me that real quick?
After that 3-0 start, they lost at New Orleans.
Okay, good team.
shame,
Good
no
team.
shame.
Good team.
They lost at home to the Packers.
Another
No
good
shame,
team. They lost
no
another
shame.
good team.
And then
okay.
they lost at the Jetropolitans.
All right, a terrible team,
Shame.
and they lost that.
Shame.
There's 3.
They beat the Eagles at home.
How about
All right.
that?
It was about
Good
time.
team,
They were due
good-
for it. The
they
Eagles
beat
are a
the
good
Eagles
team.
4 straight.
Beat the Giants on the road.
Easy piece of cake.
It's
Another
a
cupcake
conference
win.
game. It's a division rivalry.
Lost
You
at
know
home
that.
to the Vikings.
Anything can happen in a division rivalry.
Their 3 toughest games. They lost all of them.
No, the Eagles was a tough game. Rivalry, division rivalry, plus a pretty decent team. Talented.
All right. So here's the question: who should most of the blame go to when you look at where the Cowboys are?
Jason Garrett.
So is it Jason
Period.
Garrett? That would be your pick. Is it Ezekiel Elliott, who some people say the holdout got the Cowboys, even though they won the first 3 games, Chris?
Yeah, I'm not going to put the blame on
okay.
Zeke. He doesn't look.
All right.
Does he look as good to you?
Or is it Dak Prescott who has struggling?
He's not
He
struggling.
struggled, yes.
Struggling.
After the first 3 games.
You can use your Joe Namath voice all you want. He's not struggling.
After the first 3 games, he looked like world beaters. Chris wanted to sign him to the big contract. You remember that, Chris? He's on his way to elite.
He's
on his way to being elite.
Okay.
If I'm the Cowboys, I would sign him to a big contract.
Let me tell you something. One of the greatest statistics that analytics has brought us, QBR.
No, I'm not buying QBR.
QBR gets rid of all of the
nonsense.
nonsense.
It doesn't. It's
all right?
questionable.
It gets rid of all of the nonsense and shows you who's really playing the position well. Guess who's first in the league in QBR? And it's not Dak. It's Russell Wilson. But who's second? Dak. And he's only a 1/10 of a point behind Russell Wilson. Second in the league in QBR. Aaron Rodgers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th. The man you think is MVP is 15th in the league in QBR.
What's Aaron Jones'
Dak
QBR?
Prescott is second.
What's Aaron
So
Jones?
save it.
I'm not. What's Aaron?
He's not a quarterback,
But
in case you didn't know.
I do know that, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to make
Aaron
the
Jones
point.
is carrying y'all.
No, he's not carrying. He's had an unbelievable year. There's no doubt about it.
He has had a great year. But that's all I'm saying. Don't give me all this. Dak can't do this. Dak can't do that.
Dak can't.
Dak
ain't
Dak
the
is
track.
third in the league in yards per game.
They're 5-4, Chris. They're struggling to make the playoffs. Stop with the Dak. They should be better than that. Can you beat some good teams for a change?
Yeah, they beat.
They couldn't beat the Vikings. They couldn't beat the Packers. They couldn't beat the Saints. The Saints beat them without even scoring a touchdown. That's your Dak Prescott and your damn QBR? Screw that QBR, Chris. I'm not buying into it.
What's your answer? Who's to blame? Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott?
Dak Prescott is my answer.
How?
I just
Jason
told you.
Garrett's not to blame?
Dak Prescott should have been able to beat the Saints without Drew Brees and without them scoring a touchdown. He should have been able to beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers since it's all about Aaron Jones and has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. He should have been able to beat the New York Jetropolitans on the road, coming off a bye when they needed a win. Terrible.
I can't believe you said that answer on national radio.
On 400 stations all over the place.
Prescott is the reason that they're not winning. It's not Jason Garrett. I can't believe it. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Your turn to weigh in. Come with knowledge. Who deserves the most blame for the Cowboys' mediocre season? Dak Prescott, Jason Garrett, or Ezekiel Elliott? I say Jason Garrett. Rob says Dak. What say you? 877-99 on Fox. Let's start with Tim in Texas. Tim, you're on the Odd Couple.
Chris, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
The champ and Rob the Mahout. Boy, Rob is a straight up hater, man.
What?
Hate on. Listen, ain't nobody said nothing about the defense, man. What about the defense, bro? The games, it ain't like the Cowboys have been getting blown out. Don't forget about the defense.
Well, they only scored
The
24 points yesterday.
But let's not forget about Jason Garrett is to blame. I blame him too. But you got to look at the defense too, man. The games ain't been they haven't been blowouts, man. The games have been close. Don't forget about the defense.
All right, that's fair, Tim.
Defense, fellas.
No doubt about it. Thanks for the call.
Their
Appreciate
defense
it.
is like 6th in the league in points allowed.
Yeah,
18
it ain't as bad
points
as
a game.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, you giving up 18 points a game.
You should be able to win. All you got to do is score 21.
Yeah.
Jason in Fort Myers, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jason?
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy Monday. Love the show. Can't say it enough.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Rob, you're my man, 50 grand, but I want to ask you something just really quick on this topic. You and I both love Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yes.
And we saw how great he is.
His talent.
We both know that
talent.
Dak Prescott is not Aaron Rodgers. But we saw how much Mike McCarthy held back Aaron Rodgers. And I just think that if Aaron Rodgers can barely overcome Mike McCarthy, what are we asking of Dak Prescott to do, of Jason Garrett in his and his overall play calling.
Jason,
we know that he's overriding the system.
I love your objectivity. Excellent point. Can
Calm
I get some
down,
of that
Chris.
from you?
I'm objective.
Jason, great point.
Jason, that's a fair point. I still don't believe, and this is why he doesn't rate, even with the play calling, this is why he's still considered a third-tier quarterback and not a first. I just don't believe.
He's not first tier. I don't know anybody that'll call him first tier.
Right? You agree with that?
I think he's second tier.
Okay.
I think he's second tier.
Jason, thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Let's go to Jerry in Kentucky. Jerry, you on with Chris and Rob.
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? I've been talking to y'all in a while, man. They've been having XM blocked out because a lot of, under 17 basketball. So I'm glad my two main guys are back on the radio, and I get to hear you every night.
Well,
All
thanks,
right,
Jerry. No doubt about it. We appreciate you.
All right, so I want to say two things. One, I believe that this blame goes along to it needs to be spread out between Jason Garrett.
Hold on.
You know the
Jerry.
show. Come
Right,
on now.
right.
Go ahead, Chris. Tell him.
Of course.
We know.
Of course they all deserve some
But
blame,
who
right?
deserves the
Right.
most?
Pick one. Of course they all deserve some
Some
blame. It's a
blame,
team sport.
Okay,
Pick one.
So if I am looking at this in the way that I would look at it is that whoever got paid the most money. This blame goes on Ezekiel Elliott. He does not look like a top 5 running back. Dalvin Cook ate that man's lunch just the other day. I watched the game from start to finish. He's not on that level. Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Tim Cats, he is not on that level. Second thing, QBR is overrated. If my son was playing and he came to me and said, Dad, I balled out. I had 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and my team still couldn't win. Dude, it's about a team sport. You be like,
hey, nope, Jerry,
my
you
son
right.
is the man.
No,
I need some help.
I ain't buying that QBR
You would be up there
either.
at Pop Warner talking about, give me a new coach.
Jerry's right on the money. All right, is this Jesse in Houston? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
What's up, boss? Hey, real quick, got a few things I'm going to tell y'all real quick, man. Jason Garrett's an idiot, has been an idiot, and never has he been good for the Dallas Cowboys.
Jesse, why we got to get into the name calling? Just say he's a bad coach. Idiot is a bad word.
He's a bad coach, man.
Okay.
He has been a bad coach, okay? Look, hey, if Ezekiel Elliott, the stretch plays were there, but he's got to hit the hole. Now, him as a coach has to pull him to the side and say, hit my hole. You understand what I'm saying? And why are we not looking for Tony?
For some reason, he didn't look as quick to the hole as usual. Is that that fair, Jesse?
Collinsworth.
He was cutting everything back, but that's what I'm saying. Like he's got to say, you know what, hit my hole or sit your ass on the bench. And look, why are we not letting Tony Romo come coach that team? That's the real question.
Wait. You were going all right till you brought that up.
Because a guy's
to become a QB coach and learn, but come on, this is football.
And
you can't. I mean, as much as I love basketball, I get the difference. Same with baseball. You can't just throw somebody from the broadcast booth in the NFL, making him a head coach.
I agree with that.
Let's go to Mike in New York. Mike, you on with Chris and Rob?
What's up, you guys?
What's up, Mike?
Man?
Yeah, I'm blaming Dak Prescott.
Dak
You just want to get on Rob's good side.
Mike,
I can tell by the way your voice went high at the end that you didn't believe that.
He's a straight shooter from New York.
Yeah,
New Yorkers don't mess around. Go ahead, Mike.
I got to hear this.
Simple. And I got to tell you, that QBR stat, Chris, is overrated. Jameis Winston had his worst year of his career last year, and he was top 4 in the league in QBR. And Mitchell Trubisky was top 5 in QBR. So
Trubisky was solid last year.
Stop it.
If this year he did what he did last year, the Bears would be in the running for the Super Bowl.
Right now.
That's why everybody picked them in the Super Bowl, or a lot of people picked them to get to the Super Bowl this year with Trubisky. He was not bad last year.
Jameis Winston has more touchdown passes than Trubisky, right, over the last 16?
Jameis's problem isn't throwing touchdowns; he's throwing interceptions. He throws a lot of touchdowns. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, but only Dak Prescott because simple. When they play good teams, he doesn't show up, and they lost to the Jets. The Jets.
Nice.
He's a Rob Parker.
Nice,
disciple.
Mike. I love it.
He got the voice and everything.
I love it. They lost to the Jets. All right, Michael in Georgia. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Michael?
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. I'm still putting the blame on Dak.
What is going on? Over Garrett?
Yes, go ahead, Michael. Explain your point.
I'm not saying Garrett's innocent either. He's definitely guilty of some bad play calling. But if you look at what the defenses are doing, like the Vikings put up to stop Zeke, and they basically dared Dak to
Yes. That was the strategy. Exactly.
And that was it, and he couldn't beat him.
He couldn't beat him because he was some horrible play calling. The man threw for 400 yards and 3 TDs.
He can't change the play at the line of scrimmage to go like, yo, I'm that guy. This isn't going to work. Sorry, Garrett. Sorry. What's the other guy's name?
Zeke.
No.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. Sorry. I'm going to change the play at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, it's the Odd Couple. I'm Chris. He is Rob. And we want to encourage all of you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right. You can listen to us on the radio, and now you can watch us as well, and it's fun.
No question about it. And remember, oh, yeah!